Welcome to Fish and Bread Church. The laws of God. As a doctor, I've been taught how to prognostically assess students, develop learning plans and curriculum, and then carry those plans out. One day there was a student in particular that made me question just how bad can a person be. I in no way want to harm anyone with this sermon. I understand that there are differences within our races and our cultures, and we all have to learn how to tolerate one another. And some cultures are worse than others. I think of myself as the exception. But who is the worst person in the world? Is there any person that is made or has been made in the past who is so horribly evil that the Bible, the Quran, or the Book of Mormon cannot possibly help? When I posed the question to a friend, the answer shocked me. He started the sentence with, "And when they found the body." As a teacher, that's not even a way I could possibly have thought. But apparently, we're in here with people who think that they can harm another in multiple ways and not face any sort of retribution. Within my home, to my family, I teach that there are 613 laws of God. I posted them. They became so important for me to understand that I actually became a Jew. I've noticed that the Quran, more than the Bible, links the term law with what one eats. So, do the worst people in the world try to keep you from eating? In the Quran, Al-Ma'idah 5:48 says, "To each of you we have ordained a code of law and a way of life. If Allah had willed, He would have made you one community, but His will is to test you with what He has given each of you." For example, one of God's laws is to observe the Sabbath. But if you're not a part of the cluster that observed the Sabbath in the first place, then what are you, and how mean do you get? If you're not a part of the flock of God, and you're pretending, that's what happens when you fall from the law of God. In Deuteronomy 5:12, it states, "Observe the Sabbath day to keep it holy, as the Lord your God commanded you. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God." But the good news is that in Deuteronomy 7:24, He will deliver their kings into your hand, and you will destroy their name from under heaven. No one shall be able to stand against you until you have destroyed them. One of my favorite stories is about a Jewish woman and her small child who lived near to me. The father of the child would often visit. They seemed like a happy family. However, we were all incredibly poor. God awakened me one day to say that the man was eyeballing my belongings. One day he perished. I thought to myself, they seemed healthy, but my neighbor came by and told me that the father of her child had died suddenly, and they didn't know what had happened or that anything was wrong. Later, God informed me that the man was on his way to steal something from me, and God made him drop dead right at that moment. I'm here to say that God fighting your enemies is real. He makes them drop dead. Are your enemies still alive?